Good morning and welcome to Morning Java, brought to you as always by GetGo Cafe and Market, where you can still get a road hog this month.
Road hog.
Road hog.
That's how Carter says it. Like this, like with gusto.
Road hog in my stomach all summer long is how I like it, or something.
Something like Carter, yeah. This is obviously a very special Morning Java on a very special day, in particular for the two of us, but I'd like to think for a good many of you that were with us there literally from day one. And it's amazing.
Original.
We hear from them constantly. Where they'll actually email you because you handle the help account where they'll say, like, how many came before me? And how many, like, what number am I? And everything else. We have no way of knowing.
No, I wish we did. We were so, yes, so rudimentary in the beginning. We really couldn't count much of anything. But I could tell you that as many times as I had to type in readers' names through the database especially in the first year. Hand type, that I have names memorized. And a lot of times, as I meet readers at these meetups, I can't put the names. I don't know which phase belongs to which name.
No, but as soon as they say the handle,
but
it's
like, I remember exactly what we communicated, and it just feels like, I don't want to get corny, but it feels like friends and family. It really does.
Especially because of those first 2 days. And I wrote a column about that on the site today. The first 2 days are the ones where we're sitting there like, now what? What happens? And then ding, 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 ding. They just start coming in and everything else. And, you have the loan lined up and it's like this cash starts coming in. Now, believe me, it didn't continue like that forever. But those first couple days were it was amazing. It was like, I think we knew at that point that somehow it was going to work. It's just how.
Right, you did. I still cried myself to sleep for, 2 more months after that?
Oh, come on. The first day you enjoyed. Like the second day you enjoyed.
You're right. I actually, for me, it was disbelief. Wasn't enjoy. Because you had this whole formula in your mind, like, okay, X amount of readers have been reading my blog, X amount of readers or people are following me on Twitter, so therefore...
None of which had to translate, right?
Yeah, but your whole formula was that I hope that at least a small percentage of them are going to believe in me and follow me.
Tiny percentage.
And I'm like, nah, I don't... Who's going to do this? Nobody pays to read anything on the internet.
Yeah, except that...
And then the support was so overwhelming.
Yeah, but we knew that, and this is the part that I really emphasized in the column today, that there's a group that had been reading me for a long time, and I don't mean to keep playing that part of it up. We appreciate every subscriber we have, including the ones that just came aboard yesterday.
Of course.
But the ones that have been around for a really long time, I was confident enough to be able to sell you into the concept of being confident enough, at least of that part, so that we'd have a
sell me,
so that we'd
like
have
it was a negotiation,
so that we'd have a starting point and build up some kind of momentum at the start. That was really vital, because what you couldn't have is that the site would launch and then it'd be like crickets. There had to be some kind of push or good feel to it, and those first couple of days that happened because of you. Now, everybody hears a lot and they see a lot of what my role is on the site. I'm writing, I'm kind of front and center, even social media, TV, radio, whatever else. And they'll see a little bit of you. And
I have my name at the bottom of the little graphics.
Your name gets there, it'll say photo by Matt Sunday and graphic by you.
That's right.
But you, at the time, you held on to your job, which was actually right down the road here at Station Square. And that was the closest we came to a safety valve, like where we were just going to hang on to something. There had to be some kind of income.
Well, in my mind, and I know you heard me say this 100 times before, for full disclosure, the moment he announced to me, because he just said in the prior segment, he sold me. There was no selling. He made up his mind. He informed me. And I just, I was happy to be along for the ride. But my first thought was like, okay, second job. I can do this. I'll get a second job. I'll feed us. But what actually ended up happening, so was it July, right in July we launched, and somewhere around maybe end of August, beginning of September, it was in that short a period of time that became abundantly clear that
This was growing too fast.
Well,
yeah.
but not just in that sense of readership, that we needed other tasks that had to be completed, and we're definitely not in any financial position to hire a full-time person to do graphics and a full-time person to do video production or a full-time person to do accounting or you name it. And actually, the level of need was not enough to even put together a part-time job. So it was basically like, who was going to give me 5 hours of their expertise a week for what I needed? There was no such thing.
Or an
Plus,
hour for graphics, or 2 hours for when we started doing Morning Java, by the way, it was just me in the basement. You were just like holding up the camera.
I know.
It was just, and I was standing there and go, good morning and welcome to. It's just like,
until your brother actually emailed us like, guys, no.
My brother was the one that came in and helped with all this stuff, but
no. So then the next logical thing was, I had to figure out how to do those things because Dan he can only do 2 things.
He's completely dysfunctional in other aspects of life.
He does them very well, but those are the only 2 things that he could do. So, I had to, and that was the fun part. Like I just got to find different ways to reinvent myself. And some of them I was good at.
And then you quit. You're leaving out the good part.
Some of them I was good at, and some of them I was not at all good at. But, I did it anyway.
But then you quit. Not here. I'm talking about...
Well, actually, it's not. It wasn't and then you quit. It was and then from the mid-September to when I actually quit in October, every day that I would get up to go to work.
Original job, yeah.
Every day that I would get up to go to work, he would open an eye and say, "You're quitting today?" And I would say, "Yes, I'm quitting today." And then I would come home and he would ask me, "Did you quit today?" And I'm like, "I couldn't." And this went on for no joke over a month until it was really, I've been there for a really long time. It was, it was an established job. I worked so hard to get where I was.
Easily.
And to throw it all away.
Easily our best hire right here.
And I'm still not getting paid. So as is Dan's specialty, we always trick the kids into being on a Java. This time they were mobilized to come help bring all the supplies.
Carry the supplies
for tomorrow's bash. And we just yelled their name to come in here. And my daughter's like, "Oh, not again," because she knows that means she's going to get to be on camera without getting ready for camera. So this is the not ready version of our children. They were this small 5 years ago, it seems like, when we started this.
It seems like it, but they...
You falling over?
In their own way, they had to...
This set is not meant for 4 people.
They had to sacrifice in their own way because they watched their parents get completely absorbed in this thing.
Well, and they
because this isn't a job. This is it's a 16-hour-a-day thing that we do, and these two, kind of raised themselves, I think, to an extent over the last 4 or 5 years, and turned out okay.
Well, plus they had to sit through Dan and I being in the same room working for 5 years, and that does not always look good or sound good. If any of you work with your spouses, you know exactly what I mean. But so we had to explain a few times that we actually still like each other. It's just that sometimes I can't talk in a normal tone of voice. I just have to yell at you.
This young lady over here has something to say, by the way, since she handles a lot of the customer service. She has something to say to everyone out there.
What gives?
What gives?
You know who you are.
People, never use this phrase.
Always use this phrase.
When you're complaining about something that's not working on the site, do not end your email with "what gives."
Actually, no, I disagree.
No,
you always
those are my
end your
favorites.
email with "what gives." That way, you make sure she will always remember you. So we're gonna apologize on camera for being crappy parents.
Terrible parents, and I'll tell you what, I'm the worst because
you're definitely worse than me.
Because I'm the worst. I'm the worst specifically as it relates to this young man because at least I have found the time to take these two to Winnipeg at some point or other in their lives, and I still have not pulled that off with him. Guess what? October 12th, right here. Manitoba Convention and Visitors Bureau. You're getting your next visitor. And he's excited about it. You're excited about it?
Did you know you're going? I guess this is how you learned. All right, everybody. We'll see you at 6 o'clock, I hope. I have the baskets ready. We have food ready. We have all the drinks that we carried up the stairs just now. So we're looking for a good time. See you all later.
Thank you.
Thank you.